Yeah, we've seen that before, right?
I know.
Yep. God, I think Plup's definitely one of the contenders to win this tournament.
Yeah.
You got all the people who we thought could be contenders in winners with... Who's facing Hungry Box?
It was Crush, but now it is on the other side of the bracket.
axe. Yeah, so you know the seeding holding almost true. I think aMSa was seeded above axe most likely, but
yeah, but that head-to-head can be a bit of a barrier.
Yeah. And then Zane, of course, ducking out early, but still in losers, waiting to make his run all the way.
All right, and it looks like on stage we are getting ready for one more aMSa game.
Oh yes. Oh my God, I need to use the bathroom so bad.
It's gonna be aMSa Duck setting up. We have been chugging water.
It's aMSa's fault because I was talking so much.
You're doing a good job.
Thank you. So
I've enjoyed talking about all these characters and all these matches. I hope that you guys at home are wildly entertained. This has been some of the best Melee I've seen in a minute.
If you enjoyed Jack talking, go check out Melee Economics. I said I'd give you a shout out yesterday when you earned it. You've earned it now, Jack.
Okay, reciprocity is, yeah, thank you. We got Duck. We've been talking to Duck for a while about Samus this weekend. We have not talked to him about Samus versus Yoshi. So what do you know about Samus Yoshi? What would you expect?
So this has been a actually difficult matchup for aMSa sometimes. Hugs historically has had a very good winning record against aMSa. He's had a few losses recently where aMSa seems to have figured it out. Now, one of the things that's been really hard for Yoshi, I think one of the things Samus can struggle with is all her moves are like big and hard hitting, right? And they all have a good amount of lag. But against Yoshi, not necessarily the worst thing. Not necessarily the worst thing.
Okay.
Because a lot of the time, I think actually what parrying preys upon is, oh, I'm throwing out my move that's supposed to be safe and doesn't have a lot of end lag.
Right.
But because of the huge frame advantage that a parry gives, and because those moves are frequently very close, you know, the safer moves are generally pretty close range moves, at least in terms of the fast moves, a parry beats that out. Now Samus, she doesn't really, like, Samus is used to playing where her moves are going to get shielded, you know?
Right.
So she's used to playing at frame disadvantage and playing around that. If you parry an F-tilt, nothing's going to happen. You're too far away.
Right. That's a lot of how Duck uses his shield pressure against many characters, where he's technically at a frame disadvantage, but because of his spacing and the way that he mixes up his wave dashing going in front of and behind players' shields, he manages to get away with it.
Yeah, so I think it's a very strong matchup for Samus. We haven't even talked about the edge guard game yet, and that's brutal for Yoshi because those strong missiles, those will break super armor like really early. Really early.
Damn.
And charge shot too, obviously.
Charge shot is similar knockback. I think I've heard it compared to Falcon's knee.
Yeah. And it's so, I mean, part of it is even if you miss the charge shot, forcing Yoshi out of his double jump, he's going to have to air dodge, right? Most of the time. There he actually did.
There is perhaps no visual more satisfying in Melee than Samus fairing Yoshi's shield and seeing it literally clip. I'm sorry. That's what I think about.
Oh my God, so many uppers. So this is obviously the hard part for Samus.
Yeah.
We're getting down a struggle she has in general, and aMSa keeping Duck up. The Duck hasn't touched the ground.
And he finally touches the ground, only to get down tilted away, and the barrage of eggs continues into a headbutt. aMSa.
Duck laughs.
I've never seen Duck juggled that long, almost by any character.
That was interesting. Oh, breaks the super armor there. Okay. So now, aMSa actually did land 2 parries in that first 15 seconds, and he got a punish for one of them. But the thing is, Duck's attacks weren't perfectly spaced on shield, and so I think if they're more spaced, it would be a lot harder for aMSa to get.
How does Yoshi get through the projectiles? Does he just have to hit them in the air?
He does platform movement. Okay. Because he's able to move through platforms so easily. I think that's what he does. This is not one of the
hypothetical, right?
Not one of the Yoshi matchups I know super well.
Yeah. We'll be playing the role of scientists, conjuring hypotheses and testing them.
They'll still have his double jump. Oh, interesting there. aMSa was
hoping that the egg would grab ledge.
Yeah, I guess, but Duck managed to grab it first.
Hit by the upbeat. Ooh, there's that shield drop.
That's gonna kill, yeah. Duck, you can visibly see, Duck went, what?
Well, then he follows it up with a nod, and he's like, yeah, that makes sense. I mean, yeah, there's definitely the two selves. Your like initial reaction, and then there's the reaction of like the one who knows, who is starting to put it together. How does Yoshi work? Where can I be killed? There is like a database resource for any of you aspiring Yoshi mains who are inspired by aMSa of like all of his kill percents on all the different maps with different moves.
Okay, so the past few seconds, aMSa's moves that he's used in close quarters have been fair and down tilt. You see it again there.
Right.
And that's because we talked about it with Axe versus aMSa, crouch cancel. Such a problem for Yoshi sometimes. But those two moves, those are his solution to beating it.
Yeah, I mean, that was, like you said, the Leffen game plan. That's what Leffen said. He said, if I can avoid fair, I'm going to have a good time.
Oh, Duck didn't realize there that that he had broken the super armor.
Yeah. This is looking dominant by aMSa. This is a really, really good showing.
Oh, he tried to do it, dude. He tried to do it.
Yeah. And that's what we said, right? That there is still the trouble of timing, where the problem isn't that it's invulnerable or not invulnerable. It's the problem that you have a barrage of hitboxes coming at you.
Yeah. So getting close enough to do it. The problem there was that Duck was actually too far away.
Yeah.
And then it is still a mix-up. So this is one of the reasons it's still really good, because at any point when you're running in, aMSa can like wave dash on stage. He can ledge dash on stage past you and then down tilt you or something, and then you're in a bad situation.
Yeah. It's very good.
Oh, good edge cancel, but aMSa actually scouted that out, I think.
I love that he uses the eggs basically to create a minefield in the air so he can predict where Duck is going to come down.
That's a really good point, yeah.
And that allows him to get the kind of larger punishes than you'd expect with forward smash, you know, down smash.
Okay.
Now he's just kind of going for it, just trying to finish the game.
Really ambitious charge shot from Duck. I understand why he did it, but...
To the top platform we go. Oh my god, aMSa. He's so fast.
Oh, not gonna kill yet.
And...
wall jump, yeah.
Oh!
Okay. aMSa, or Duck looked over to aMSa and nodded his head and was like, yeah, good stuff.
Getting the respect of Duck is a difficult task.
It is a difficult task. I think if there's any player who Duck absolutely respects, it's aMSa, because Duck is always like, Samus mains have to work so hard for everything. I think Duck knows that Yoshi has to work pretty hard.
He might be working a little harder. We'll see, though, as we go on to Dreamland. The purple robot fights the red Yoshi. The Good Dinosaur. I've never
you see that movie?
No.
Neither did I. That was when I like.
Let's wear full Yoshi garb and go and see it someday.
That was right around when the Pixar movie stopped being like, oh, I'm going to see everyone. Oh.
All right, it's just kind of feeling each other out right now. I feel like they're playing really solid neutral. Yoshi starting to put up depth to forward airs. He got like 2 or 3, and then that's all it takes, right? Ooh. I love that aMSa overshoots it. Oh. He's trying to bait out the up B, I think, from Duck, and he eventually gets it.
That's what he did. He didn't manage to punish it, but...
It's still better to have Samus above you for most of the cast than on level ground.
So Duck, it's so... it's the same feeling where I think... Yoshi forward air. Oh man, Yoshi forward air has that same feeling as Peach float or Peach fair, because it's like it's long enough that it's like, ah god, how'd I get hit by it? But it's also short enough that it is sort of hard to react to sometimes. Duck is starting to catch onto it, but we also saw aMSa mix it up there with the double jump right beforehand, so he hung in the air for a second before.
Yeah, and even just like looking at Yoshi and the way that he moves around the stage makes it very hard to keep track of his head, and like that's where the fair comes from if you're trying to visually react to it. And with the way that he moves to the double jumps around the platforms and in neutral, it makes it a little bit difficult to tell if he's coming at you just with nothing or with the forward air.
Oh, Duck bombs actually.
What? I made the exact same face as Duck.
He wouldn't even have grabbed ledge.
Yeah.
You have to be facing the right way to grab it.
I think it was just supposed to be an up B. Or side B. I literally don't know. One day we'll find out.
I think aMSa was trying to trade and kill both of them. I think he legitimately wanted to plummet off stage. No, it would have traded with the up B.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
He was willing to risk losing his stock for a trade that kills.
If he pulls it off, it'll be the coolest thing ever.
Yeah. And I don't know if Duck knows that that's what he was going for. I don't think he has time to think about that. Anyways.
I think it's really hard in-game. A full stock happened before like we figured out what it was, so. Okay, but Duck with a lead.
Yeah,
and I think that the lead is so important because like many floaty matchups, the percent matters, but also the edge guard matters so much. And so if Duck can figure out how to edge guard, then he will have a stock lead. He'll be able to build percent. The momentum really, really makes a difference here.
aMSa playing it simple on the ledge, catches up that neutral air. But he doesn't have any options out of shield, so he just can't do anything once Duck gets that close.
Yeah, I actually don't know if I agree with Duck forward tilting the shield and stuff. It's shield pressure. You can see the shield damage on Yoshi because of the shield getting darker. But the thing is, you know you're not going to shield poke. You can't shield poke Yoshi. And the only things he can do out of shield are spot dodge, drop shield, grab, and roll. So if you, and most of those options, pretty bad.
Yeah.
Like, grab takes a while, spot dodge you can just hit for, right?
Yeah, some of the best play I've seen against aMSa has been just doing almost nothing when he's in shield.
You do nothing when he's in shield, you wait for the roll, and then you punish the roll. And Samus is an ideal character to punish the roll, actually. I think right there that might have been when Yoshi got shields done. It's really hard to tell because nominally you would think it would be, oh, it's when he gets a power shield. But Yoshi gets more stored power shields than any other character in the game because he's Yoshi. So when he gets a power shield, it doesn't always actually mean it was in the power shield window. So
and while Duck started off this stock with the advantage, like it's Dreamland, it's Samus, it's Yoshi, they're living forever.
Yeah, it's true. But again, if he gets it here, 128 could mean like he could still live for a while with that too. Yeah. There we go. So we'll see what he can put together. What I was saying about the roll. So actually, when Yoshi rolls, he turns into a hitbox that's just the size of, just the size of his fist, and so it's really hard to hit him. But Samus has dash attack, which is a persistent hitbox and hits really hard actually. So I think forcing rolls and then dash attacking them, potentially really, really good for Duck.
Yeah. All right, the game has now been brought back to even. Caught with an upbeat, really good, like on-stage meteor cancel from Duck.
Yeah, which shows that if he hadn't DI'd it properly, it still would have been good. Oh, the double jump armor.
Just trading. That's the drop down from the platform.
And this is where we've seen it go pear-shaped for Duck. Egg-shaped, I guess. Oh, that was a tricky recovery.
He just puts out that one last egg. He's getting pretty close to death percent off of up air from the top platform.
Yeah, and I'm scared for Duck's chances on a stage that's not Dreamland because there's been a few times where aMSa gets those, and it would have killed on any other stage. Maybe not Fountain, but like...
Yeah, I think he's about 20% away from up air killing from anywhere.
I think... Well,
that'll kill.
That settles it.
That'll do it. It's a long way home, and now Duck, who had the SD on his side, is falling prey to the cook himself. aMSa playing a little bit more defensively, but he approaches just too forward.
Duck still doesn't have quite a full, or does he? I can't tell.
No.
He's moving so much. I don't think
he would have the little linky thing.
Yeah, I couldn't see because he was moving so much.
It was enough. It was enough.
There we go. He's going to have a charge shot.
This is one of those so clutch by Duck.
Oh my God, also this combo.
Oh, he does get the second one. I think he actually could have, though, if he had pulled back a little bit on his drift.
Yeah. Oh my God, Duck's above him.
And he avoided the bomb, too.
Oh, he's going to get up aired every day of the week. Duck nods. He's like, God, that forward air was a really bad idea, huh?
Yeah, it's been a couple of times that he's done it. Okay, we're in the top platform.
Oh. Aerial interrupt? Was that an aerial interrupt or a wave dash? I couldn't tell.
Stage.
Oh,
it just looks so hard for Duck to get back. He has to perfectly get it.
There we go. But now he doesn't have the charge shot as a kill option.
And the grab edge. We see that against so many characters who have dangerous up Bs or hard up Bs to cover. He was doing that setup against Pikachu. He's done that setup against really most of the cast where you cover yourself and behind you just a little bit. It's just so beautiful how aMSa uses eggs in the edge.
aMSa's still fist bumping from that match. aMSa made a tweet earlier. Maybe the way I play isn't cool. I'm doing what I want because I want to win the tournament.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it's cool.
I think it's cool too, dude. Maybe in a few years when it's all Yoshis, we'll be bored of it.
Yeah, that's right. That wouldn't be so bad. All right, but we got Duck trying to make a last stand for the Federation Force. He's down 2-0 and returns to Dreamland. We did say that he got the benefit of not being killed off the tops as much as he could on other stages, but it still was really tough.
Duck almost managed to scout that out. I want to see Duck, a lot of the time he's getting Yoshi off stage and he's opting to either do nothing or shoot just a single missile. I want to see him build charge when that happens.
Yeah.
Because the edge guard game is something we highlighted going in where it can be really hard for Yoshi to deal with.
When the trade.
It really hasn't looked that way so far.
Yeah, that was a relatively early kill from aMSa at 154%.
As his jump still. So there the missile.
Onto the edge. That's another cool option that like Yoshi has, especially against the character who kind of gets
He's
stuck
looking
in
for the dash attacks. Yeah, okay. That was great. It was literally just, you didn't get lucky with the frame you did it on, basically.
Yeah, but he doesn't get any damage for it either, so it works out fine. aMSa just dancing around the platforms. aMSa with a lead is just such a different beast entirely. 179%, Duck closes it out. Alright, just looking for the poke damage as Samus is forced above aMSa. He just is having so much trouble on the ground. The shield drop's giving a lot of mileage. Did he just miss? Did the missile just miss when he was on the ground?
I didn't
Can he
see
crouch
that.
under it?
I didn't see that. I don't know.
We'll see if we can crouch under missiles. There it is.
Love that. That's a light shield. That's what Yoshi's light shield does because Yoshi.
Okay, the sniping begins. There's the first. See, he never got in a position where he felt like he could grab edge and cover it with egg neutral air. Duck is just too high up at the start and not far enough away. But the percent was good, and that's enough for Yoshi to put it through.
He might have parried the grab there, which is possible because you're intangible.
It's Yoshi.
You're intangible. Yeah, because it's Yoshi.
Yeah, and we saw him get a kill with Nair last game at 174 from center of the stage. He was at 180, so that's like pretty consistent game plan. It's just barrage, find the platform up airs, and then neutral air whenever you can at the right percent.
Yeah, and it's down tilt, forward air. That's what aMSa's plan is here at the ledge. He finally does a non-down tilt forward air move and he gets punished for it. Oh my god, that movement was,
really
so cool.
That was smooth. Looking for the edge. Oh, he dodges a beat underneath the fire. Doesn't actually get the armor response there.
He did chase the roll, but...
There it is!
He finally beats the ledge eggs.
Winner, chicken dinner.
Finally beats the ledge eggs.
Yeah. It can be done.
And I say it's still worth it to keep going for it. The percent he's taking, I think it's about even with the costs of getting a stock.
Yeah, you get a stock.
You get a stock, guaranteed, so.
So many eggs for aMSa. The top platform, looking for the up air.
Still living.
Yeah, not quite enough. I think he's got like 20 more percent to go before it kills from anywhere.
Okay. Duck gets to center stage. So important that he gets to center stage.
Yeah, if he can bait Duck into coming up, that's enough for the kill.
Oh my god, barely living.
I think it kills now.
The aerial interrupt, really important for Duck to get back on stage because the wall of eggs so hard to get through. So I think he really has accepted that that's how he needs to get back on stage. Oh man, that could have been it.
All right, what does aMSa put on the reverse hitbox? The forward air, and he gets 2 of them. Retreating to that top platform, knowing that Duck just does not have any good ways to get up there. And then once he has Duck in center stage, he can begin his movement mix-ups on the different platforms, double jump, come down with nairs, come down with forward airs. You're in aMSa's territory once you sit in center stage.
Oh no, he has no jump. There's the egg. He has no grapple now. That smash DI was crazy.
Yeah, that saved Duck's life, but he has a long way to go. This is almost insurmountable. It is
waiting for the jump. Yeah, but it's gonna trade.
He just barely lives. He's
only the exact same percent, but his stock separates them.
Yeah, and about 20% until nair and up air kill from pretty much anywhere.
Oh, there we go. There we go.
And that breaks the double jump.
But really smart from aMSa, actually. He air dodged back, and so he got it. Okay.
All right, Duck. This has got to be a stock of a lifetime. You have a heavy, tanky Yoshi. And he just kills you. And a great play by aMSa going up 3-0 against Duck, who I think he respects the hell out of how aMSa played that. He played to win. He played his win conditions so well.
Yep.
And beat him on his counter pick twice.
Yep. Really admirable. Showing that Hugo actually still the one. I don't know. It may just be that aMSa's figured out the matchup too. Had a lot of had a lot of rematches with Hugo recently. So yeah.
It's a good time. On the other stream, we're seeing Moki versus Zane, a really close